Hello and welcome to As a Service, Andy. And today I'm just going to kind of hopefully get you to look at your thinking cap, or put your thinking cap on, I guess is the best way to put it, right? Put your thinking, I have my thinking cap right here, so I put this on whenever I need to think, right? So, and yes, that is the University of Utah. But the point here is we are, we do things, and I don't think that we even realize that we do things. And here's my example. And it's not to say that there's not ideas out there that can solve some of these things, but why we don't have the mass adoption is going to relate to as a service. I assure you. So hear me out. I was in the shower. I know people are going, okay, now we've gone too far in this video. You're probably going to turn it off now. Totally get that. But I was in the shower and I'm going, why am I turning a faucet in the shower? Have you ever just woke up and said, why do I turn a faucet in the shower? And the reality is because that's the way we've always done it. We've always just turned a faucet, right? And it turns a lever that turns a knob, which turns a rotational device, which lets a certain amount of hot water in versus cold water, depending on how far we've turned it. And we're like, great, we got water. We take our shower, we go on our merry way. It's 2021. We turn a knob to get water. 2021. And this isn't the only thing that we do in life that is kind of, let me use the term, archaic. And so when we're talking about as a service, it's there's almost the same mentality, and it's not necessarily Simon Sinek's herd mentality or anything like that. Maybe it's attributed to that. You know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a huge Simon Sinek fan. I think that the guy is the bomb. And if you haven't seen Start With Why, there's like a 5-minute YouTube video. Maybe I'll even link it here, but you can watch that. It's kind of a TED Talk of Start With Why, and he does it with the fruit company. That's my joke for Apple, is they're the fruit company. I mean, they really are. And not in a bad way, but they come from fruit. But the premise that we're looking at here is, why do we do the things that we do on a regular basis and accept certain things as reality in our technology? And this is where as a service comes into play. Is it's changed that, but even as a service is transforming, because you can put your application on a service and you can make it multi-tenant and you can scale it and you can release on it quicker and you can service it better. But is that what you want? Because there's this fine line almost between coding your own application and putting it on as a service and using something like a platform as a service, in which you can do maybe even a low-code environment that actually transforms that. All I want you to do from this video, if you have one takeaway, is just think about the rote things that you do on a daily basis that you accept. I think this about new cars, by the way. You can hear my rant about new cars. I've got a new car on order, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm buying it from a company that I wouldn't normally buy from, ever. But I love this vehicle. I like to think of myself as somewhat outdoorsy, so I do love four-wheeling. Whether or not I'm good at it, there's videos that show whether or not I am or not. And but the point is I like that. And so it's, one of the manufacturers is releasing a new vehicle that's supposed to be pretty good at that and out of the box. Now, when we buy these vehicles, we like to modify them, but that's not the point. The point is this. Have we really seen massive transformation in cars? I mean, Tesla, yes, I give them kudos, give them credit. I don't know that, debates about carbon footprint aside, it's definitely transitional as a vehicle, and I think that there's innovation being made there. But for the longest time, we were buying the same cars that require gas and oil and have really the same components that they have for 40, 50 years. It's amazing to me. And what I'm saying is, in this industry where we are delivering software to our customers, isn't it time to go, I probably don't need that 19-inch rack back there that's going to house all my data equipment, and I'm going to stack it up in there and I'm going to serve it out to my customers, because realistically, I got to sit and watch that thing all the time, one way or another, whether I'm watching it on my PC or I'm actually watching it physically. I got to do that. And so does as a service alleviate that for me? And then how do I want to consume as a service? do I really want to build up my own application with all of my own tools and write all my own stuff and then do that and then support it on top of that service which I'm paying that vendor to do? Or do I go into a more transitional role where I'm using a platform as a service that has some of those tools pre-built for me, and I could just make them work the way that I want them to work in order to do whatever I need to do at that point in time? So hopefully, at the very least, this video just let you put your thinking cap on. Put your thinking cap on. Just start thinking about things to do differently. As always, I'm Andy, and I try to be a service to everyone. And if you have questions, you can get a hold of me here on any one of these social media channels. Have a great day.